Hi, how are you?
Thanks for the host, Kiba. That definitely works.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I see you, Kaiser dude. I see you. Alright, let me just take care of this real quick in Stream Raiders. Okay, level... Alright, level 5 artillery. That's gonna be pretty good. That's gonna be pretty good. I guess we could probably start the first round off, although I don't really have too much faith. I think it's a difficult round this time. I'm not so sure. Well, regardless, I'll give people some time to set up a unit or two. Wait. Oh, I didn't get anything yet. Okay. Yeah, so we're doing this one, and then we're doing the loyalty tokens. Well, I'll put down Berserker for now. Alright, let's collect all this money I need to get. And of course, they want me to kill 5 more mutant monsters. And thank you for the epic War Beast, Kiva. I think everybody has that quest now to get the War Beast leveled up. Alright, the third and final game of the trilogy. It's been some time coming. I did take some time away from the game after all. But overall,
Hi, how are you?
can't wait to see what goes down. Can't wait to see what all goes down. Especially since, well, this game is definitely the place to go for to find more about Mia. Alright, what does it say in my email right now? Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Alright, let's get started. Turnabout Memories. Now, I'm not so sure how long the second case is going to take. I don't expect the second case to take too long. I can expect like maybe 1 to 2 hours out of the first case because tutorial territory as usual. But by the least of it, if we don't get to the trial of the second case today, we'll get to it some other time, but by the least of it, we should get some investigation done. Allergy season makes my pipes dry lately.
Huff, puff, arg! Gotta get into this mess.
Well, the artwork has been improving.
Why? Why did I do that?
That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about her, that girl.
Stop it, Yamero!
Don't talk about her like that.
It wasn't me. I didn't. I didn't do it. Chigayo!
5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial. Oh, actually, I just realized the pointing icon is actually her. Interesting. April 11th, 9:40 a.m., District Court, Defend Lobby, numero 3. Wait, number 3? Has it always been number 3? I wasn't keeping track.
Oh, it's finally time. I'm kinda nervous.
It literally says, so I need to clear my throat anyways.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning.
Mia, please calm yourself down.
Oh, he's wearing a red suit this time. Interesting.
You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I am perfectly relaxed.
Let's go of my lappos. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. Come in. I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it?
Well, never.
How you feel, my dear? I'm Alfred Grossberg, amateur at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What was your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean.
Well, you've already learned all the relevant facts.
Well, about that, you see, of course I have. I think.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
Ohayou gozaimashita, Mina.
Well, at least he's wearing a mask for COVID. I mean,
Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. Try to keep smiling.
well, at least we know he is sick. Plus, wearing masks is pretty accustomed to Asian culture, honestly. You go to Japan, you find people wearing masks. You go to Korea, you find people wearing masks. You go to Taiwan or China, you find people wearing masks. Just for the safety of others. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. It'll be fine. No problem.
Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something? Mr. Rye?
Rye on the bread.
Actually, it's right. Like the Flame Brothers. People screw it up all the time. I just have a cold. That's what she's asking for. I don't say this way, I will give it to anyone else. You can't have this, he says.
Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you.
What'd you learn from your friend in Singapore? Hey, welcome back, Black Lotus. It has been a long time. Probably a long time, yeah.
That's right. He's the one on trial. Not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing.
Oh, customary self-introduction deal. There we go. Let me just help this person out. That's very interesting, actually. That is very, very interesting that Singapore is doing that.
First time I appeared in court was a year ago.
Which we will probably get to at some point later on.
But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom.
Or they're just probably giving her an excuse to appear in the tutorial, which is obviously the reason for her to be the tutorial case.
It's been 1 year since then.
It's always been 1 year. It's always been like 1 year since Phoenix appeared in a case. It has always been 1 year since Miles Edgeworth makes his return. It's always been 1 year since we see Franziska von Karma again, etc., etc.
But this time, I'm going to win. For my client and for myself.
Bada 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 ba ba. April 11th, 10... Oh, it's actually almost April 11th. That's kind of funny. April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Hey, Grossberg has a sprite there. I see, Kaiser dude. Oh, no problem, Matthew, no problem. Drop the one you can. It's a friendly reminder that anybody with a Twitch account can drop some units in Stream Raiders, actually, just like Kiba plays the Epic War Beast. And yes, obligatory Samurai Jack gif. I kind of like this courtroom theme, honestly. Not gonna lie.
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Her eyes look different. Her facial structure looks different, but otherwise everything else about her is just the same. Well, then again, this is a younger version of her, so.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Her defense today is BFA, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? Isn't that him standing there right next to you?
Yes, well,
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
let him scare you, Mia. Give your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Oh, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It would all be over soon.
Was that all? What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Well, at least he wasn't trying to flirt with you.
Now then, I'd like to present with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University.
Ah, okay, of course. When they couldn't have any other creative name, they literally would actually... Yep. Hey, thank you for the epic bomber, Leon.
The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow.
You know, honestly, they probably just took, like, the character... here's what I think happened. So they basically took Matt on guard, modified his mugshot, and just made this character, and then made a whole new body for said new character. Like, this is literally Matt on guard's collar. This is literally his hair color. All he had to do was remodify this mugshot, and boom, quote-unquote supposed new character that we don't care about anymore. Yeah, he does, but he does get a different suit, like, in his older years, but we don't have to worry about this dude. He's just the tutorial prosecution.
He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
I just coughed because that was originally something I considered.
This sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime.
Also, like, look how puny, like, this is some, like, JoJo level hair, but this is so puny, it's very it's literally very pitiful. I love how the sound effect just went on timing with the photograph. Just kind of random rogue. What did you say about my hair? Insert JoJo Rampage. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh yeah, they did announce the new season of JoJo lately. I think with the new character either being the new protagonist or probably new protagonist. Every season has its own cast of characters. But nobody can forget the Jotaros, Dio, and Giorno Giovanna, after all.
Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body, and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, and they called the keisatsu.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well, the court accepts this photo to the record as evidence. Either way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
Unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Uh-huh.
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will.
What? Stand up to me, Mia. Show me what you're made of.
A perfect opportunity. Oh, what was it? The cars. Go on.
Said Grossberg. Let me show you notice at least this much. Wait, if we look at the court record, the court record says, oh, you know what's kind of funny? Like the date of death is literally like today. That's literally funny. Coincidence? I think not. At 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Oh yeah, that bit is pretty obvious.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up.
And so's my nose. Allergy season. I've been taking my meds, of course. Don't worry, guys. When I know it's allergy season, I do take my meds, but I still sneeze, though.
Oh, see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. Well, you knew that already, didn't you?
Ah, the court record. I think I can see that by touching the court record button.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record.
Actually, hold up a second. Let me just move the... what is it? The timer up a little bit? Alright, there we go. Interesting, Matthew. Interesting. Okay, I see you.
Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that.
We've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. Okay, let's take a look.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Electrocution.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? How could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stunt?
Oh, come on. That's very far-fetched, Your Honor. I'm not going to read that.
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
Oh, what's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. Don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He is one pain in the ass. But also a smooth operator, if you catch my drift. You don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know.
Rookie killer.
Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
Oh, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need, then shove it into old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. It's old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You could toggle between profiles and evidence, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Well, that should be easy. Yeah, I just love how the take that just went in line with Stream Raider's sound effects. That's just perfect.
Hello?
I'll open these later. I swear, like, Stream Raider's sound effects are gonna be, like, just in line for... Hey, speaking of Stream Raiders, thank you for the epic artillery, Santa Inhas. Not gonna mention too much specific events in the comic. Want to follow along with the new anime? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I tried watching the anime one time, but I just haven't continued it because it's like my brain just couldn't comprehend the weird animations going on in front of me. Like, honestly. I did get to a part where, like, Dio got some powers, though, so.
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Natalia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up one at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
He started again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Or the defendant himself. Oh, Miss Fay?
It's fine. Daijoubu desu.
After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? Defense has no objection.
Daijoubu.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
It's so most of the time it's always about the defendant.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. I thought it was I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what you did. What did you do before you were arrested? I was a university student. Unemployed.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swan.
I'm innocent, I tell you. Would the defendant please refrain from passing on the cold? Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Maybe I should actually wear a mask, because even when I do wear a mask, I don't sound too muffled. It's because I put my hand over my mouth.
I knew that was there, but I'm not a killer.
All I did was find his body.
I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
That dude's a British wannabe? I should have given him an actual British... Never mind.
I see, so you hardly knew the victim. No, not at all. Like I said, I'm not a killer.
Whew, looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know, too naive.
But Marvin Grossberg... Naivety is part of the protagonist. You can't be a protagonist without being a 1%, at least 1% naive, you know? Otherwise, where the heck is the character development? The plot is driven by character development from naivety. Well, that's kind of some kind of fourth wall breaking, but like, honestly, every protagonist always will be written with some level of naivety, honestly. No matter what. It's just part of the destiny. It's part of the formula. Oh, hey, Curry is online right now. All right, Curry, let me just wait for your battle plans. I'm really expecting naivety at this point in like main characters. It's just part of who they are that I've become patient with that for a lot of media that I do engross myself in.
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
That would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called the cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness' testimony contains any contradictions.
The contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? Contradiction?
420 lit.
I'll take a cross-examination if you please, Miss Fay.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Well, let's see. We're the ones to cross-examine, so...
You mustn't try to bite off more than you could chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. Daijoubu. I'll know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, and make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia, one more time. He was there. He found the body. If you don't talk to him, how did you figure he's British? Or is it because of his voice?
Mr. Wright, he stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
Well, that's right. Maybe why would I even...
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright?
No, it was me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt.
Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean?
Yes, that's right.
I saw it at the crime scene. That's right. That's right, because you just don't for this stuff, see? That's true. Trust me, Hank. I saw it, did.
He's acting fishier than this salmon I ate last night.
I ask you something, Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor?
What is it now?
Who is this person anyway, this Union Jack fellow?
The Union Jack's the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor. Your insight astounds me.
Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
It should be. Usually there's no battle plans, I just put, like, whatever, wherever. Alright, here we go.
Here, there is a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Oh, okay, Mia. Check the court record carefully.
Okay, I think I got it. So, we looked at the crime scene photo, right? So, according to the crime scene photo, he says that there's a flag, but in the crime scene photo, it doesn't look like he has a flag on the back of his jacket. Let me save first, and then we could go ahead and present with an objection.
Objection!
Before we answer that question, Healer Scrolls and Paladin Scrolls. Oh, still on our way to leveling up. Well, let's see how our battlefield looks. For the most part. How does it look? How does it look? What does it look like? Oh, there's 26 units already? Ooh. Okay. So we got Santa Inhas and Leon here, mostly being the range squad, and we're all melee over here. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see. We'll go ahead and boost the melee squad here. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we do. Okay, okay. Alright, we did it. GG's. Hey, we killed an epic unit. Let's go. Oh. Alright, so Kiba and Maffy, since one of you Kiba, since you have the most kills, pick your choice of prize, and Maffy will receive the other one. Nice one, guys. Nice one. That was a pretty good beginning of Stream Raiders today. GG's. G freaking G's. Huzzah! Yes, indeed,
Hi,
Rohan.
how are ya?
Yes, indeed. All right, Kiba. Whenever you're good, let me know what's the prize you want, and then we'll give the other one to Maffy. Totally up to you. Do you want the money or do you want the bombs? Oh my god, I burped. I just burped a little bit. Or we could go ahead and raffle off the gold, so the bomber, well... yeah, I think like the most kills person should get like the first choice here, so... Let me know, Kiba. Definitely let me know. Anyways, well, our winner, our most kills, Victor will go ahead and make his decision.
Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I saw it. It was right there on his back.
Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there is absolutely nothing on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute, check the record. He's wearing a jacket. The Union Jack was the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that he accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me.
Please forgive me.
You made our client cry.
Let it. That pee on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Ray was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply, quote-unquote, stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh, did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
But the what? But the what? Yeah, Kiba, whenever you're there, just let me know if you want the Bomberman scrolls or the money.
What's the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer?
Oh my goodness sakes. They couldn't come up with a much more inventive or real name for medicine?
Yeah, that's right, it kills cold good.
Did you mean it kills colds well?
Hey, wait a second. That smells like that son of Cold Killer X.
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, no, I lost it somewhere.
He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
I feel like they're leading away from the case right now.
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take a look at another photo from the crime scene.
Oh, what's this? The victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X.
Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
Yeah, and that bottle could have been planted there.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work.
The way he bounces his hair makes me creeped out. Yeah, and it's not even the... It's not... Dude, the hair is not even...
Extra thick!
There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
Nani?
Nani? Seeing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yahoo!
Order! Order in the court!
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Hold on a second. Just gonna send a quick ping over to Kiba real quick.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch is broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
Oh. This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
The truth is, I won because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department. They agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. And later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. And I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell me any more lies.
Oh yeah, if you're... let me see. Oh, Maffy, if you're there, like, it doesn't seem like we're getting a response from Kiba right now. Do you want the money or do you want the bombers? Do you let me know? Because it doesn't seem like we're gonna get a response from Kiba right now. Oh, I do need hydration. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I feel like the gold can be given to anybody. I guess we can go ahead and raffle it. Because why the heck not? Because anybody could use the money, so let's go ahead and see whose names do we have. Okay. Or actually, I can literally do a coin toss. Or I could just do this actually. This will be kind of funny. This will be kind of funny to look at, not gonna lie. Well, let's see which one of them gets the money. That's probably the closest we've gotten, so... Well, guess we're giving this to Maffy, and the other one we'll give to Kiba. Alright, that was a pretty good round. Let's go ahead and make our way over to the bush. Wait, do I have somebody I can level up? Oh, I can level up my healer. The store didn't reset yet, right? Oh no, the store didn't reset yet, so I can go ahead and get these, I'll go ahead and get the Musketeer scrolls. Okay, for this one, the bush... I think I'll bring my tank in the next round, but for now, I think I'll go ahead and bring my Musketeer. Put my Musketeer over here. Right, folks, y'all know the drill. The next battle will begin in a jiffy. And I'm out of money again. So... Oh, thank you for the epic artillery, Kiba. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Alright, let's take a look at his testimony. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, meet at 2:45. And then around 3 o'clock, they split up. He landed lying back there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 to 3 days. Lost my bottle in around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Well, Mia,
I don't know. Can't seem to find any contradictions.
the boy isn't exactly what I call a natural-born liar, you know. Still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense.
I know, but what can I do?
Well, I'm certain he must still be hiding something. Information. Right now, it's details we need more than anything else.
Why did he call you?
Had you ever met the victim before then?
No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And whose Dolly person is...
It's kind of embarrassing. He's my, sweetheart.
What is that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
So what was it that you were talking about?
No. Maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true.
On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
Well, it does not have to do with anything.
You can never be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us.
Yo, okay, so what if... Okay, yeah, that just makes it too easy. Like, what if, like... After said lunch period, she took the dude's bottle and just planted it in the murder victim's hand, like... Especially with gloves on, if only the client's fingerprints are on it. My brain meat is working right now.
Dolly's homemade lunches are just the cutest. And the omelets are perfectly delicious.
Ouch! Why'd you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Oh, Mia?
It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, I was getting a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I should sleep with the window open. It's only in spring, huh?
I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine?
Well, I always took one after meals. So I'm pretty sure all of my friends knew about it.
Here's something interesting. So, I know it's kind of small for everybody to see, but the watch stopped at like 3. It looks like 3:05 actually. That's something interesting to consider. The sound effects timing again is just hilarious. The moment I press the start button, it would go like that. Okay, so the second crime scene photo is something I need to consider.
Hold it!
You know what time it was?
So you say you went back?
Oh yeah, that's where I found the body.
Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him?
Well, that's right, I was.
Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there?
I can't think we could make up.
Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is behind this. Uh-huh.
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IU.
The alchemist, I see.
I gotta admit it was a little suspicious. It was kind of sus. He had a whole lab and everything.
He also the chemicals and strange medicines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe we should ask him for some more details. The timing of the meeting.
So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45?
Yeah, pretty sure. That's the cross timelines.
It's kind of weird though, cause yeah, the watch here, if it's upside down, but it's supposed to be like wait. Yeah, that's his left hand.
But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much.
Experiments?
Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab looking up something.
It looks like he's right about the time anyways.
Witness, please let's go on with your testimony.
Hold it! I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Oh, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier in testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Yeah, that's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables?
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
I think that's enough for now.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to have, like, a contradiction or anything in that anyways, either. In all honesty. Wait, what did I put on this battlefield? Oh, I need to put in... I need to put a ranged unit. There we go.
So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright.
No, your name is Mr. Judge. Your nickname is Udgy. Your name shall never be Frank. Since when in your time is your name ever Frank? Frankly speaking.
Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean? Oh, we find you kind of sus, Mr. Defense Client.
Oh, thank you for the epic barbarian, Liam. Every time I see barbarian, I always think of Keepa.
I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor. There is, Your Honor?
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is... you are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose.
Well, he was pushed into the wires. It looked like he was pushed into the wires. That's all I could think about.
Your Honor,
Yes, Miss Fay.
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I know that.
Actually, I totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What?
Nutty?
There's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
I don't know, like, how to present this, but...
Well, naturally, it's right around here, I think.
Miss Fay, I'm deeply disappointed in you.
I'm disappointed as well, Miss Fay.
To be honest, I'm a bit disappointed too, Mia. I'm afraid the defense has going to
Explain more specific detail. Let's see.
Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard?
The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiment. Ah, yep. Nice, a loyalty boss chest.
The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable.
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints are on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left the print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Order. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show was over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
If he was guilty, we wouldn't be here, honestly. We literally wouldn't be here in the third game already.
No, Chigo, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case.
Hold it!
Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You swore under oath. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be...
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
Miss Fay.
No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mr. Wright?
I'll tell you what really happened.
I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further...
I did it. I did it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault.
The vote that Doug Swallow is dead. But here's an interesting thing, though. That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. That doesn't make any sense, though. That doesn't make any sense.
What you just said Was that the truth?
That doesn't make any sense because, like, from his recollection of what happened when he pushed her, the dude fell on his back. But how is it that when he died, he fell forward? He must have been pushed a second time or something. Because, like, if he was pushed into the cables, he must have been pushed, like, on his back. But when the two of them were meeting, the defendant pushed him on, like, he pushed his chest, which would cause the victim to land on his back. But here, he landed forward and died. So that doesn't line up.
Yes, I was afraid. Afraid if I told the truth. Everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
As things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
But please give me one more chance to explain.
This time I swear I'll tell the whole thing. I'll tell the whole truth.
You'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye?
I believe in you.
Oh, but thank you. I still can't believe it. You really did push the victim.
Feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
Oh my god, who remembers the Harlem Shake? That was such a while ago. That is so old.
That guy, he's talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper, gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back. He was just lying there, dead.
Oh. So the loud noise he must have heard was when the victim actually got killed.
Well, the explanation's really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and after that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But
When I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it.
It's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
If he's innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it.
Unless we find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear, I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
okay.
I needed to describe to us about the push he did. Because, like, even though it, like, showed that he was able to... He pushed the victim forward, he did not explain it in words, is the thing. So we have to have him explain that, I think.
Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail?
That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest.
The chest.
And when you did that, there were no severed cables to be seen?
right. There was nothing like that at all.
But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
Well, I guess it's possible.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony witness.
A loud noise? What would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but it was very loud. It was like, snap. You know, good thing of it. I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
You're not qualified to decide that.
What should I do?
Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was.
How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been?
Could have been. Hurry up and tell us.
When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
Umbrella, huh? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and pale, kind of like the owner. And again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
What if I say, of course, I don't know. Well, saying that the umbrella broke.
This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more important. It's vital. I want to officially have it be entered into the testimony.
Huh. Oh, perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Come on.
If I had mentioned that,
I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
That's true. I was like wondering if you look at like the first photo. I was like, I always thought this was a mask at first, and then I was like, oh, okay. So the umbrella here is when the original push happened, and then for some reason the body was moved over here. That needs some explanations. Okay, now we know now we know the picture, the weird picture for now. Okay, so if where the broken umbrella was where the original push happened, and the body's over here, that clears the defendant. So that means somebody moved the body for where the broken umbrella was.
Ooh, what do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Pay, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want to present it as evidence immediately.
But the umbrellas could have simply been blown there by the wind.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No! No!
Well, believe it, Your Honor. Believe it. Just as much as we gotta believe the next Stream Raiders battle that's about to begin. So, let me go ahead and help out Curry another time. Let's go ahead and put a ranged unit here, actually. Then let's go ahead over to our next battle. See how it looks. Let's see how it looks. I'm so surprised we actually got a really good start here. 31 units, okay. Oh, schnizzles, we got money. Perfect. I need that money anyways. Let's see here. Anything else I could get in the meantime? Nah, I could upgrade my units. Perfect. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we do. We got everybody over here with the musket. Okay, what is this? A Nightmare Barbarian. Kiva with the Epic Artillery. Well, let's see how we do. Good luck, folks. Let's do this. Let's... Actually, let us place a spell. Let's use a Frenzy for now. Well, well, well now. I'm assuming Leon would want the gold, so we're gonna give this to Leon. And as for the flying rogue, who shall receive the flying rogue? Actually, we'll give it to Rohan.
Hi, how are you?
GG's. G freaking G's. Well, you've always wanted the money anyways, Leon, and you deliver the most kills, so... Well deserved, everybody. Well deserved. Well freaking deserved. What scrolls do I get now? Oh, tank scrolls. I need those. Now I can... Oh, wait. Do I have an Orc Slayer unlocked? Poggers. I can upgrade that. Oh no, I don't have an Orc Slayer unlocked. Poggers, we finally unlocked an Orc Slayer. We got all the available units in the game. Huzzah! Finally. Booyah! Okay, so what shall I put in the next round? I think I could probably put a bomber in the next round. So that way I can upgrade the bomber. Okay, so this is from the depths. This is going to be a very hard... Pause. One. Alright, so this one I'm going to place down a... I'm going to start right in the middle over here. Alright, folks. Y'all know what to do. Lead the charge with your melee units. I'll be fortifying the ranged. The cyber tank might as well become the next, become the level 20 unit, because all I just need a level 20 unit and I can get the Templar scrolls. And then... Yeah, that shall be good. Do I have any new skins I could put on? Actually, no. Most of the skins are already for peeps that I have. Alright, back to the scene. Hey, thank you for the epic artillery, Rohan. We are definitely going to need it. Oh shoot, I got another epic ready. And I can upgrade my archer. There's going to be new scrolls in 7 minutes. Which stage is more difficult? The auto spot? Yeah, I can do that. Alright, I'm going to epic the auto spot then. Then... let's put a legendary. Right, since y'all want to bring over the artillery, I shall put an epic artillery as well. Alright, back to the game.
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess, you have another witness.
Exactly, and this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
You're bloating. You're bluffing.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia
Hawthorne, frick.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing.
Thank you for the epic Nightmare Warrior, Curry. That's very appreciated.
That's right, she was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Oh, Nani.
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news? You couldn't be any more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
She's been waiting for this her whole life.
You can't be serious.
Mia? What do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Okay, so there's no to be continued message here. Even though this is the tutorial court case, it's taking a little bit longer than average. But then again, they're probably like extending every single tutorial court case like for every game. What the heck is going on here? Do we have a raid? Yes, we have a raid here. Alright, we gotta go ahead and raid. We gotta go ahead and greet the raiders. Everybody, get yourselves ready. Time to spam some emotes.
Everybody get your f***ing hands up.
Thank you, Ninja Monkey streamers. Thank you so much for raiding. How's it going? How's everybody doing? What were you playing? You're playing some Among Us, of course. What's up, raiders? Welcome, new people. This is Nintendo's stream, where we don't always play Nintendo, but when we do, you know where to go. After all, this is where the OG streamers go. This is where the chill streamers go. This is where the cool peeps go. This is where the PC gamers go, the Nintendo gamers, the waifu and husbando lovers, the anime memers. This is where everybody, the cool people go. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm a streamer from New York, so we're representing here in Times Square, New York, with all the confetti, all the balloons, all the hype music. And as always, for every new people, we always give everybody here on Channel Nintendo a warm welcome. If you know where that sound clip from, you are an OG. And also, I am totally not sponsored by any of this whatchamacallit going on in Times Square. Also, how the heck did you find me? You were playing some Among Us. I am not playing Among Us. I don't know you people. I don't know who everybody is here, except for obviously everybody else in the Kinoko crew on my channel, but where the heck did y'all come from? Who recommended me? Who did it? Who actually did it? Who actually did it? Who? And I don't normally play Among Us either. That game is like once in a blue moon. I just like to play retro games. Bruh. But yeah, if you guys like what you're seeing, if you like the retro games, we do happen to play retro games here on specific days and stuff. I always post my schedule on Twitter, and of course I do a bunch of other stuff too. But I'm like a 2D VTuber dude at the moment, and Friday tends to be my Phoenix Wright Friday games, which is going to be a theme throughout the entire year. Discord group who rate other streamers' reviews. We jump in and stay for a while to help boost numbers, meet new people. Our member stream Friday gave. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. Oh yeah, guys. Who here has Stream Raiders? We also play Stream Raiders here, and if you are part of the Stream Raider crew, we have a round of Stream Raiders ready right now, so plop your troops down for the glory, for all the treasure, and guide the rest of us Kinoko crew members to victory. Alright, time to pause the gameplay for a little bit so we can go ahead and help our other Stream Raider homies to aid them in their battles. Well, alright, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here, actually? I think I need to go ahead and place more barbarians down. I don't have enough barbarians in this space. I have an epic artillery, an epic one here. Another game that we play with people is called Words on Stream. Oh, speaking of which, that's actually a channel points rewards. We have a lot of channel points rewards on this channel. If you'd like to go ahead and venture about them, a bunch of them are memes. There's Hydrate, there's memeable ones, there's poll suggestions, every other thing that you would like the longer you're on this channel. But thank you so much for stopping on by, guys. That's very appreciated. Oh, you're the one who found me, Ghost? That is ridiculous, man. I'm just a casual pleb. I'm just a casual pleb streamer. Oh my goodness sakes. Thank you for the follow, though. Welcome to the Kinoko crew. Oh wait, actually, I should be the one saying welcome. This should be the one saying welcome to you.
Welcome.
Ninja Monkey Streamers. Did you have like a full lobby, and did you play on the new map, Purple Monk Gaming? And I mean Ninja Monkey Streamers. Are you guys all like a whole group of people? I'm sure you all are like a whole group of people. Oh, I need to get back into Among Us, but we just need peeps. The only lobbies that we do are like mostly like half public, half Discord. So it just helps to compensate because we don't have everybody available. Ay ay ay. Anyways, April 11th, 11:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3, and I can't speed talk for the love of me.
Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there.
It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end.
Oh, Pokeboy, thank you so much for the follow as well. I don't know why the alert didn't go up. You either followed and unfollowed, but I still appreciate it. Oh my god. 007. Do you like GoldenEye? Do you like the what is it? I forgot what that series is for, the GoldenEye series. Discord has 4,000 members, but it's getting trimmed as soon as there's many inactive. That's understandable, yeah. I mean, every Discord server suffers that main concern of inactive members. Pierce Brosnan fan. Ah, I know that dude. I just haven't seen him in a bunch of movies lately.
Yeah, I guess I could start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious, my boy.
Hold on. Is it more like... It's not just
My boy.
It's more like my...
Boy.
How many channels do you guys run into that use sound effects on their channels? Not a lot, right? Well, we do have sound effects for people to use. We just don't have enough people to use them. That's the thing. Like, we don't just talk around here. We show off memes. We talk about our favorite anime and video games. We play sound effects to embarrass me around here. Ouch. I felt that in my booty cheeks. Like, seriously? I literally felt that in my booty cheeks. Okay, there's the alert. I don't know why that didn't happen. My dude, thank you so much for being a new member of the Kinoko crew. And as always, to all our new peeps, we give you all a very warm
Welcome
to the Kinoko crew on Channel Nintendo. Oh yeah, I also speak 2 languages, which is why you see like the English Mandarin tab in every one of my titles, because I won't like force anyone to like speak Mandarin, but if anyone is comfortable with speaking Mandarin to me, I could try my best to respond. And yeah, that also helps me to like work on my communication a little bit. Oh no, speaking of memes, we actually do have one coming up. Alright folks, one of my moderators, Leon, you decide to do this, you ask for it. Alright, here's a meme we can show off to you guys. In Genshin Impact, this is one of the greatest polls of all time, except... And yes, when you do the lulls here, Peter Griffin comes in to lull for you. You're welcome. We're about a bunch of different pop culture media references and stuff here. We're also very big fans of nostalgia here too. Like you know VHS tapes? I had a whole collection of VHS tapes back in the day. There were a bunch of shows I had on VHS as well.
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next one, this is my dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
Why do you think that?
Uh-huh. What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why.
You may think that, but what if the other person is just using you? See, in a lot of relationship stories, there are many cases of, like, you know, getting your back turned on by the other person. It's been pretty predictable at this time. Alright, back to the actual game. Yo welcome. Exactly, yo welcome indeed. But I'm usually a variety streamer, guys. I do play Nintendo games. I do play this. I'm directly streaming this. This is not an emulator. This is a capture card. This is a capture card I have in my 2DS XL. I specifically went to Japan to get installed for. And not many people know this is a thing, and now you really can't get this capture card anymore because Japan's shut down the stores who run it because hardware modification is illegal in Japan now. And... well, there's one person in the United States who can provide said capture card, but even then, I don't know if they're a reliable source anymore. So, yeah, that's what's up. So, if I do have a game in my DS or 3DS library, I will be streaming off of my modified handheld. So, that's where we are today for Phoenix Wright Friday. The Phoenix Wright series is a very cult classic series as well. You might know it. You might vaguely know it from memes, old school memes on YouTube. You might know it somewhere on subreddit. But mostly, this game has garnered much popularity on YouTube for being memes, like OG YouTube poops and memes and stuff. It's a very interesting visual novel series. This was originally like a Game Boy series as well in Japan, and then it was ported over for the first time for the Nintendo DS series, if anyone has ever owned a Nintendo DS for the most part. Actually, while we wait for like the next, we have 15 more minutes left on the Stream Raiders battlefield, folks. Speaking of which, let me see if any of y'all new folks have dropped in any troopers. For anyone who is a streamer from the raid, this is actually pretty fun to play with your audience as well. In some downtime. Alright, so far we have Maffy here, we have Leon, you have Rohan, Alex Karan, Danny Hale, Curry, and Kiba here. Okay, so there's still like about a good 14 minutes left for y'all to place your troopers. Otherwise, I think we're getting there. We could use a little bit more. All you have to you could just play from your browser too. If you're on a browser, and I think you can also play it on mobile devices, all of you guys should be good to play from your device of choice. Oh, the scrolls reset. Shoot. The archer has a repeat, but I don't have enough money. Alright, so I'm gonna save my money for now. Yes, I don't know why the game is like that. I don't know why the game is not entirely mobile friendly enough. I just don't know why. I guess I can level up my healer now. The flying rogue can get upgraded. That's pretty pogs. Oh, wow. The gold amount is just this number. I still need the balloon buster and the Templar unlocked on here. I really wish, like, the units could carry over between, like, what is it, different battlefields on both the content creator and the viewership side of things. Yeah, anyone who's a streamer should actually look into, like, playing some Stream Raiders, because you can build your audience that way. We have some new friendly Kinoko crew members who came from Stream Raiders, so that's always welcome. That's always very welcome.
The love of your life? Huh. Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right? Here in this very clubhouse. Actually, I studied to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh here, take a look at this.
That's I can smell some gullibility there, honestly. It's easy for a lot of people to just, you know, be like, "Oh my god, you're a very attractive person." Like, it must be it's like it must actually be destiny for us to be together. But I wouldn't 100% say that for sure, because, like, you still have to keep your guard up in case the other person, like, turns their back on you, but I wouldn't completely say that for sure, because you never know, like non-active communications doesn't mean, like, the other person's ignoring you. It's just that everybody has their own individual lives to live, and a relationship is another piece of commitment to put on your schedules, and communication is, like, part of what can help keep a relationship stable. And this is going, like, regardless of ethnicity, sexuality, or other forms of identity. Like, communication is always important. Like, there are long-distance relationships that work. There are close quarters relationships that works. It's all about the communication. And so long as nobody becomes paranoid and acknowledges, like, the other person's life that's separate from the other person's, and can keep things going and use communication as a platform of relief, of de-stress with the other person, the partner, then you can keep things stable for some time. I know I'm not an expert at this. I know I'm not a licensedly trained professional, but that's something I kind of observe as, like a wingman of sorts for maybe, like, a few years of, like, people who have relationships.
She gave this to me to give me that as a symbol of our love. She had me wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, "I want you to carry this."
So she gave it to you as a present, I see.
This story little bottle is filled with memories of a darling little doll.
It certainly is a little bottle, all right.
It makes you so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world.
Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating?
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright,
Yeah, she probably really means to just give it back.
the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago. It wouldn't happen to happen on August 27th, would it?
Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you...
This happened on August 27th, right here in this very courthouse.
What's this, a newspaper clipping? Let's see, murder in the courthouse.
Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see.
Oh, wow, they took this song for the previous game.
Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
Oh boy. For a tutorial case, this is getting juicier and juicier.
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Oh, it looks like recess is about over. You better all get moving.
I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though.
What? There's a two... Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. I actually spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Okay, never mind. Oh, my lordy. Do I want to do the... Yeah, I should actually at least get the investigation done for... Or some investigation done for the second case for tonight. April 11th, 12:13 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Which is this one? The third game. I completed the second game last month. Last month? No, February. Then it took an extra day in March because the last case was getting long. Oh shoot, she is by herself.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
The next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
Oh god. Where the hell did those butterflies come from?
Well, what's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. And
I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. She's gotta be one of those characters.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
I,
don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I cut them right down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
Come on, you guys.
love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor's all mine.
No, the honor is all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings.
Brings all the boys to the yard. Pff, oh my god, again more of these references. I can't. I can't. could bring somebody to actually voice act the female characters one of these days. I gotta see. 'Cause I can't do all the female voices by myself at one point. You don't say, you don't say.
Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever it is on your mind.
I'm sure there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes, yes. I could see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
Oh boy.
I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class is over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Well, of course, she's trying to prove the innocent.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never. Hold it! That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case in a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, BFA.
What's this? So, you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fay, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fay. Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie.
Girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it.
So that means we need to press her. That means we need to press her, find the contradiction, and then present the evidence. This is one of those parts. This is going to be interesting. They're talking behind the building. That part is right. Like, you got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go find out as soon as I called the authorities. Got wobbly and collapsed.
Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? Oh, what? I would never.
Miss Fay, we're not allowing you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting... Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's paw print was found in Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright, in fact, did push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor, I will. If you don't mind. I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything. What the what? It didn't look like they were fighting. That's one big fat obvious lie. Okay, before we take care of said lie, though. Because why would she say stuff that would go... If there's anything that she's trying to do, she's not actually a pretty good liar. And I would probably not say that, and I wouldn't say that I'm the very best Stream Raiders captain either, but try my best. 26 units were placed on the battlefield. Okay, so we have 2 squadrons here. We have Kiba, Danny, Leon, Alcoran, Rohan. Everybody's over here. I think I'll go ahead and... Oh, there's a bunch of... There's a squadron over here. Let's debuff these dudes. Oh, these are very good prizes. These are absolutely very good prizes. Well, let's go for the money first then. Let us go for the money first. We'll go ahead and make it as a raffle. All right, did I get everybody that we have here? Yeah, I think we did get everybody that we have here. All right, let's check the raffle. Let us check the raffle. All right, who's going to get the gold? Let us see and find out. All right, and that will go to Leon because he always needs more money. And now let's go ahead and see who will get the Berserker Scroll. Who the heck will get the Berserker Scroll? Let's find out. And it goes to Curry, who has not received a prize yet, which is very fair. All right, GG's, folks. G freaking G's. Next up, we do have, let me see. I think it doesn't matter after this stage because afterwards, we're going, after Steel House, we're going to either Ancient Boss or Hackzawarudo. I think I'm more adventurous and wanted to go to Hack the World, honestly, so... Let's do this. There's an epic robo spider over there. Which unit do I need? Can I put down next? I could probably put either a warrior or a berserker. Or maybe I should put down Centurion because there's probably All right, Rohan's putting stuff over here. I'm gonna start lining my unit up over here too. In that case. All right, everybody knows the drill. Hey, thank you for the epic artillery, Leon. Thank you for the epic artillery. Why can't I get more gold, honestly? It's so easy to get gold. Ooh, 200. That's a lot of money. This should be easy peasy. All right. You didn't hear anything unusual?
Objection!
I object to that.
You say you didn't hear anything unusual? Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me.
All right, no problem, Liam. Do what you gotta do.
That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. He clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
Objection!
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Ano, may I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on. I was listening to music at the time.
Are you sure about that? Because, like, we can obviously see your ears. You can't give the... You're an anime character. You can't give off the excuse that your hair was over your ears at the time. And stuff.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up. It seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet.
Oh, that's a double entendre. Hey, thank you for the epic Nightmare Warrior, Curry. Yeah, this literally is a double entendre.
So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in our testimony after all.
Oh. Wait a second. Yeah, the testimony just now.
She said something that could totally change this whole case.
There was lightning.
Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Did you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere. Am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh, I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway?
This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Duck Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray vault.
I mean, that's a possibility. Thor used Thunderbolt and it was probably super effective.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
Alright, you did it, Mia.
I'll be taking that out.
I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day at that location. What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Pay. Well, what is this evidence?
Hey, thank you for the epic artillery, Maffy.
This affidavit,
And who was this affidavit from?
the pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in the labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the labs' equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
Well, at least we know that fact now.
However, there's one thing that troubles me. If the cables could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Oh, well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Fay, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor?
I don't like how this is looking one bit.
I have come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Oh, then let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
Take that!
think carefully.
Take that!
I'm just throwing guesses out there at this point. Who or what caused the cable to break?
Take that!
Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that there, after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 o'clock p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that...
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55, which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
Objection!
Nope. Here's the okay, you may say that. He was pushed on top of the umbrella. However, that doesn't. He still was conscious when he fell on top of the umbrella. So, so.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. Ah! In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
That would make sense, yeah, because if you think about it, he couldn't have just, like, gotten electrocuted by, like, the snapping cable alone. The broken cable must have been used to just electrocute him right on the spot. So, that's probably what could have happened. At least that's what I think. Blah 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 blah.
Order! Order in the court.
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. Oh, I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have...
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little bit different than I remember them.
Oh,
What the?
Please, just once more. May I please testify one more time? Please, Mr. Judge.
of course it's all right. Let's go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it.
She's finally started to show her true colors.
What I witnessed, part 2. Okay, that first statement sounds kind of BS already.
The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. the cable snapping, and, and, and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute.
I wouldn't say that.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time.
I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just had to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
What I witnessed, Part 2. If she's saying that Phoenix Wright pushed the dude twice, there would have been 2 sets of fingerprints, but there's only 1 set of fingerprints. But also at the same time, it all occurred in less than a minute?
Objection!
Are you sure about that?
That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
You do need a minute to actually take a look at this picture, and you did need an actual minute. So, the fact that you said that getting electrocuted happened in less than a minute, well, do we have something to actually explain to you? Or do you have something to explain to us?
Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yep, I knew this watch was going to come in handy. I knew this watch was going to be a vital piece of information.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during this 10-minute interval?
Oh my. Mamma mia. I know this is just a tutorial court case, but I'm kind of on fire.
The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Duck Swallow.
That's right, there is a 10-minute interval.
Order! Order the court! What about...
This is nonsense. The real murderer?
Objection!
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Miss Fay, is the defense ready to indict someone as the real killer?
It's finally time. The moment she's been waiting for.
Yes, Your Honor. We are ready.
Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized.
Yes, we are aware, Your Honor, but we already have a good hunch as to who it is anyways.
Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay. Now then, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
Take that!
It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How? How can you?
The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe you didn't lift a finger to stop the men, quote-unquote, dearest to you.
Order, Miss Fay. What I mean, what is to say?
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day, however. After Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands.
How can you say something so mean, Madam Fay? I didn't do anything.
Miss Fay, this is a very serious charge you are.
Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say.
What is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now for the record.
What the? Were you daft?
You're totally wrong, Miss Fay. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Leave my Dolly alone.
That boy, he's gotten himself in way over his head.
That
Boy.
is sure quite gullible.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You'd better take a good look at it. Details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, that is,
May I interrupt you for a moment? For just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor?
Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. That is, I am, go right ahead.
Madam Fay, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet doggy?
Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, but please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl was trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. That makes it obvious we need to present it.
8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally met. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne
Further testimony? What about?
about the events the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
That's a pretty good idea, actually. That is a very good idea.
that possibly have to do with this case?
Objection!
The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a little bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
She had her ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne.
I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to be in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day.
Listen, Mommy, you literally just make people sick. This is suicide.
Mr. Wright, do that again, you'll be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama bomb.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
Or go get him now. You either go get her, go get him, or go get them. Because there are non-binary individuals, and they do prefer to go by they, them, their.
Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat.
Perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeny is handsome.
Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen.
Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might well be shocked.
He was telling the truth. It was truly, truly shocking.
Beautiful mushroom growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung.
Interesting quote from her, I might add that.
That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeny.
I'm trying to figure out this test. I'm still trying to figure out this testimony, but let me go ahead and save real quick. Before we load back in, let's go to Stream Raiders real quick. Oh, looks like my internet is acting up again. Okay, let me go ahead and use the restroom, and we'll see how the Stream Raider battle goes. Good luck, guys. Hopefully, the visuals are loading for this battle. If not, well, at least we still get through it together. That's what I'll say for sure. That's what I will say for sure. Right now, the screen should be like directly on Stream Raiders right now. Yeah, it should be on Stream Raiders. Yeah, that was really close. I don't know what the heck happened. Ay, ay, ay. Well, you landed the most kills, Rohan. You're gonna be getting one of the Paladin Scrolls, and, damn. Well, Maffey has lent the most noble sacrifice in the entire field. We'll give this one to Maffey. Wow. Like, a lot of us just insta-dead. A lot of us just literally insta-dead in this. So I don't know how to feel about the next stage, but wow. Good job, the both of you. Good job. Let's make sure we get in this next one, though. Let's see here. Should we hog a corner here? Alright, I actually need to do a battle plan, though. I literally do need to do a battle plan here. Yeah, artillery for the win, indeed. I think I'll bring a Centurion this time. Alright, so nobody put any in the middle. I want us to be in a spot where we can all be comfortable. So I think over here and over here should be okay. And then, so I think these 3 squares should be okay. As long as, like, we can, like, rendezvous and stuff together. Let's see here. Because we also have the corporal cart over here. We have a corporal cart over here too. That's level 10. There's also a cyber troll over there. That's pretty dangerous. So if anything, we need to have enough troops in these corners over here. Otherwise, like, we'll be overwhelmed in this corner over here. If we actually, like, rendezvous over here, we might be able to band up together on the cyber troll and the corporal cart. So if they focus towards the left side, we should be able to recuperate, and that way we can just have one corporal cart over here and the few cyber orcs over here. So that's what I'm thinking. If we all gang up in the middle, they're all going to gang up on us. Wow, I'm literally talking about battle plans right now. But regardless, everybody here knows the drill. I know a streamer who could probably voice, like, Dahlia if we run into her later on in the game. I could see if she's available for, like, as a guest star role. But of course, I have to make sure, like, her schedule is okay, because at the same time, I don't really want to, like, keep her and stuff. If not, I guess I could still, like, break my pipes voicing everybody. Which isn't always the worst thing, but... However, because I feel like Dahlia is the character who has a bunch of beef in this game, I feel like she could deserve a guest star role by somebody. I wouldn't expect that for the second case, though, but maybe for later on.
The courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life.
Hold on, I need to plug in my USB. The fact that actually my handheld is almost out of power after almost 3 hours already, that's just... wow.
It's not true, Madam Faye. After all, Feeny was. Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer.
I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you that this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. Tread carefully.
Your Honor, if you allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
You were writing a paper? On what?
On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld.
Oh, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten.
midlife crisis stuff.
Yeah? Why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten about the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so please be sure to read it carefully.
Objection!
I object.
Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
Objection!
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
You mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Coincidence? I think not.
Order! 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 This is unbelievable. It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide the crudest of those.
Miss Fay, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me. Go right ahead, young lady.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, no matter else, I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during the incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I tied the two crimes together. Now I just gotta stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you've really hit a fire in my heart and my buttocks.
Bruh, and the buttocks, really? There we go.
I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
We've come this far. We cannot turn back now. This is getting... For a tutorial case, this is getting juicier and juicier and juicier and juicier. I might have to dedicate like another day to case number 2.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get poisoned like that.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing.
I was just looking at something on Discord. Anyways, the poisoning. Just double check something real quick. Okay, so Curry could use one more unit.
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison.
And all we have to do is establish a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? No, that was not the right one. I was thinking that the poison could be in like the bottle, the necklace that she gave to Phoenix Wright, but we need to establish that that there is poison in that necklace, because like it looks like there's a vial, like a bottle on the necklace. Okay, so now we're into some juicy testimony territory. Hey, thank you for the epic tank, Rohan. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's 1.5 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
Two-thirds of that amount, huh?
The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there.
A special kind of poison? How so?
Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh? And where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is what I heard the policemen say. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Not impressive.
How did the criminal get something like that?
And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison?
I think that's good enough reason, Madam Faye.
She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the
Wait a minute. There is a way. There is a way.
Objection!
Aha!
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you.
Oh, I connected the dots. Because remember, like, how she originally was in a relationship with Doug Swallow, who worked in who was a pharmacology student? Well, well, well. Well, well, well. It appears the tides have turned, and I've put some dots together. Anywho,
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you.
What?
In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
boyfriend? You mean the victim Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
For pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could have never obtained such rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such poison after all.
oh.
And then, it was a matter of slipping into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table. You.
No!
Order! Could it be?
That's nothing but a baseless accusation.
May I say something, Madam Faye?
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some...
Ah ha ha ha.
Oh yes, that's true.
search immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
Hey, Keepa, thank you for the epic mage on the battlefield.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She'd not be good with that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye.
I know what it is. This is where we present the... Yep. Yep. This is where we present the thing.
Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
The police conducted a full body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. Yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
This thing.
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix, right, of course.
So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present.
Oh, what? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day, as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
Huh? Are you saying that's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Wah!
Order in the court.
Objection!
On behalf of Dolly, I do object.
Mr. Wright, control yourself.
I will let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. I love how the horn just went on timing with what he said.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Well,
I guess she must be madly in love with me too.
Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. Open your eyes for the next Kamen Rider.
At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne's dating you is...
It's because of the necklace. She literally wants to get it back.
Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only three things she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Because there, in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please get enough now.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she...
I don't
believe you.
No! That's a lie!
Yeah, are you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy.
Don't you mean to say that?
Boy. He went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be getting back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
Do you mean to say...
Oh no!
The bottle necklace, Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What? That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him.
Does he mean to say foolish?
Boy.
What in blazes are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace?
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
It's okay, just give back the necklace.
I ate it.
You what?
You ate it?
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into my little bits first, then yeah.
What?
What?
What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? The bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
Objection!
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything.
You have got to be freaking kidding me. Ay. Well, I got some skins. I mean, some scrolls. How much? And this is just case 1. What the heck? This trial is already lasting as long as it should be for like a case 3 or like halfway through case 4. Alright. I guess we'll actually make sure to get to the end of this thing.
And after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Eh? Nade.
Mr. Wright!
Sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, but
And I feel I really let you down.
Mr. Wright? What are you trying to say?
there's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
A day met Doug Swallow.
That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl's a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that.
Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous.
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day,
I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was there. She was crouched down next to him.
What?
She told me not to ever tell anyone about it. But
I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, the defendant is...
Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago, too. If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, And there's only one possible conclusion.
The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone.
Miss Faye.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
This is your last chance. Think carefully now. We have to save. Before we get to that, though, before we present any more whatever we need to present, let's go ahead and make our way to the battle. And hopefully this victory will give us some brain juice for maybe the final piece of evidence we need. Alright, so it looks like we have the whole gang going on over here. We have 16 units? That is less units than before. What the heck is going on here? Alright then, let's go ahead and speed up our troopers over here, so that way we can rendezvous with this troop over here, and maybe we'll get things started. Hopefully this works. Seriously? I have one retry token. What the heck happened, folks? What the heck happened? Where did everybody go? Everybody just left. Where did everybody actually go? Oh my goodness sakes. I don't want to put an epic unit down right now. Where's everybody? Oh my goodness sakes. Alright, I guess we're going to have to do it this way for now. Well, let's try this again, folks. Round 2. This time I'll leave the options open. I guess we'll have more reinforcements this time. This is ridiculous. This is why I say it really would be appreciated for everybody who is here, stream raiders or not, to place at least one unit. Because you never know if at least one unit could make a difference in every stream raider battle. Yeah, the pain is real. The pain is absolutely real. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back, therefore.
Who exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
I hate to say it.
There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But Let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Mr. Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how could that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him.
Oh my god. Don't pull puns right now.
Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go as far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could only think of one thing.
How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No, it can't be. It can't be.
It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle necklace was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true.
Feeny, what a joke you are.
Oh, someone is showing her true colors now. Ooh.
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne.
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial.
Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say.
You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
We'll see about that. First, where's your evidence?
Why?
It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack.
Oh, well,
Hey, old man, are you senile or something?
why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me? This way, Mr. Judge.
With absolutely no proof. You treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer.
Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
Hold it!
I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
Ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No.
You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray.
Thank you for the epic mage, and thank you for the hydrate, Rohan.
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
You all see how I'm saving at every single interval that I need to save? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer's over.
To be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
We haven't presented the cold killer yet. Now that I think about it.
Impossible! Can't possibly.
Stupid woman.
It's the opinion of the court that there's already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will only allow one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are able to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I could just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison... Oh!
Well then, Miss Fay, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Take that!
The cold meds.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that would prove her guilt once and for all.
Oh, that's right. If forensics can find any trace of the poison in the cold bed.
Cold Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony?
I last made a bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us.
She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Thalia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized,
I can't allow Doug Swallow to live.
so she used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow.
Well, that connects all the dots together. Ellipses.
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
Objection!
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it.
Foreshadowing?
Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Huh? Why, yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
She surrendered? She actually surrendered like that? Phew. It's finally all over. For a first case, gee whiz.
I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
And even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
They all gonna pay, yep.
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
Well, you see, yes.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done.
Thank you for the epic musketeer, mailbox.
How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
Yeah, my hair, it's flying off my beautiful hair. No, no.
Well, now we know how he lost his hair.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for immediate arrest.
Give me a second, guys. Give me a quick second. Oh shoot, I need to kill 3 more mutants. Pogs. Oh wait, this is a mutant map. Cool, okay. That's pretty good. That's fine and dandy.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie, just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fay,
Yes, Your Honor?
was it just me or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor? Whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne,
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
it appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true, my dear Dolly.
Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix, right. This court is adjourned.
Booyah!
April 11th, 3:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah, they were wonderful in there.
Well, thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg? Do you, maybe you think you can stop talking about them?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran buyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright! Congratulations!
Thanks. I was thinking.
Go on.
The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something.
Boy, this poor kid still hasn't gotten a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright. For your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little.
But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most screwed up.
Eek, what kind of company does this guy keep?
Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department.
Well, yeah, but I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time.
I see.
Say, Miss Faye? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court.
It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. Oh, we're back to Phoenix. I became a lawyer like I planned, and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief.
5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Oh my lordy. This first case took almost 4 hours to go through. It doesn't usually take this long, what the frick? Let's save for now, wow. Not gonna lie, younger Mia kind of looks a bit more attractive, not gonna lie. Alright. This has become really ridiculous. So, I don't know when or if I'll ever, like... It's gonna take a... If the first case is already this long, then it's gonna take much longer to drag out for case number 2. So, I think my 3DS is just really running low on... My 2DS XL is literally running out of juice, so I'm gonna let it recharge. And... I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. If I'm not, then we'll probably try to actually squeeze in the second case for Thursday night. Thursday night, if not, like, actually next Friday night. I want to actually try to plow through as much as possible because, like, we missed 1 week of Phoenix Wright Friday, and then there's only, like, 3 Fridays left in April. Yeah, 3 Fridays left in April, so... And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I could be able to grab somebody else who could do some voiceover with me for the later trials, because I have a feeling we're gonna run into Dahlia Hawthorne again. Or, like... So... And I kind of feel like she deserves, like, somebody who could voice her over better than me, but otherwise, like, it's back to breaking my pipe some more with every single one of these unique anime characters in a very weird courtroom drama game. So, it's already 10 p.m. Eastern time, so here's what we're going to be doing. I think probably I'll pop out to Marvel Strike Force a little bit, but then I'm probably going to go over to Genshin Impact to see if there's like, if it's a very rewarding event for the Oceanid thing. Otherwise, the only other thing that I'm going to be doing is, let me think. If I'm streaming tomorrow, I might be doing more Monster Hunter stories. If not, I might just be trying out the Monster Hunter Rise demo, because it's been a very hyped Monster Hunter right now, and it honestly wouldn't hurt to actually play the demo for that game, considering I had a bit of Monster Hunter experience from Monster Hunter World. So, we'll take a restroom break for now, but when we return, we're going to get back to mobile gaming with Marvel Strike Force, maybe a tiny bit, as much as I can plow through it, as fast as I can. And then we'll hop over to Genshin and check out what's up with the Oceanid event. So, in the meantime, folks, we still have 5 more minutes left, 5 to 6 more minutes left of Stream Raiders for this round, so... Just go to that link. You can plop at least one troop, doesn't matter which one. Even putting down one troop can make a difference in the whole tide of a battle. And I guess I shall be right back after this break, so I'll catch you in a bit, folks.